Hi, it's Superintendent Horsley, and today is the first day of school. Welcome back. I have been out at probably a dozen schools this morning, starting at Taylorsville High at 5 a.m. this morning, just checking on things. I got to be out at Cypress High School to see some of the challenges they had with some new traffic patterns with the new school there. I'm here right now at Westlake Junior High, and they have welcomed 6th grade this year as part of their grade configuration change. And it's an interesting thing because this is one of our schools that we get a lot of special permit requests for. And we actually did a video last spring talking about how we project for the fall, and that we're very conservative in those projections just to make sure that we don't hire too many teachers and then have to move or adjust those teachers in the fall when we don't have a sufficient amount of students show up. So Westlake is actually a prime example of this challenge of trying to predict your behavior as parents. We're here to serve you, and we want to make sure we have enough teachers in each respective school for the amount of kids that are actually there to meet the FTE, or the full-time equivalent, the teacher to student ratio that's been set by the district. So local schools get to decide how to allocate those resources, but the district then gives that FTE based on the projected amount of students. So we're very conservative in the spring with that estimate, so that we don't have to make adjustments in the fall. But if we do have to make an adjustment, it's to add additional teaching resources. So I've gotten calls this week, people worried about, oh, this kindergarten class is this, or this science class is gonna have 45 kids in it. Please know that we're well aware of the hot spots in the district. There's always a handful, and that we monitor those closely, and we have an appeals committee that meets with our principals and their supervisors on a regular basis 2 times every week during the first few weeks of the school year to add additional teachers to school locations as appropriate. But we want to do that based on actual numbers of kids coming, because the interesting thing is, with school choice here in the state of Utah, we have many families that actually register at multiple locations and can only show up at one. So a teacher here at Westlake may have 45 kids on their roster for a class, but then only 38 show up, or you get the picture. So we actually to get that warm body count and actually identify how many kids are actually attending, drop off the students that are actually not registered, or are registered but are not attending, and before we make any adjustments or additions to staff. So that warm body count will happen by next Monday, and we'll have a better idea of what schools need additional teachers, and then we'll be able to immediately post or add those positions. We do have a number of teachers who are on temporary contracts, substitutes, that we can fill some of those spots with. But this is a process that we go through every year, and just wanted you to be aware of how we work through and handle those situations so that we're responsive to the needs of our communities and as quickly as we possibly can. So if you do see some of those issues in your schools, just know that we're aware of those, and we'll continue to provide resources as the numbers add up. So thank you so much for your continued support. Hope you had a great first day. We'll talk to you soon.